Hi everyone, welcome back to Revolution's YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about something really exciting. As you guys have probably seen, we have just launched our brow tints, and these come in 3 different shades. I've got them all here, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to apply them, what you can expect after you've applied them. These are basically semi-permanent brows at home for up to 3 days. They come in these shades medium brown, dark brown and taupe, which is the one that I used, and I have actually tinted my brows with this yesterday, and so I'm going to be showing you what they look like on the first day and then what they look like after the 3rd day, just so you guys can get an idea of what to expect. They come in a little box like this. For the shade taupe, I've obviously taken mine out of the box because I've used this one, and the packaging is just black with the rose gold lid. It says on the box, apply to a clean brow using the applicator or an angled eyebrow brush for extra definition. Leave on to develop for up to 2 hours for semi-permanent brow tint that lasts for up to 3 days. So the brush that comes with this looks quite intimidating because it's quite a thick brush. However, I actually find that it's so much easier and you get so much of a, more even application if you do apply this with the brush that it comes with. That is completely personal preference. I know that some people do like to apply these with an angled brush to make it more precise, but I do actually find that you can actually get a pretty precise application with this because it's kind of squared off at the bottom. You can use the kind of flat edge of it to do the tail of your brow to make it more precise. And just for reference, my eyebrows are pretty light naturally. They're quite a light brown / blonde, so I'm just going to insert a little clip now of what my eyebrows actually look like before any of this brow tint occurred. I like to wipe a little bit of the product off of the kind of edge of the tube, but not too much. Although it seems quite scary, you want to actually apply this quite thick to your brows because that way it will peel off a lot easier. If you apply too thin of a layer, then it kind of peels off in quite like a bitty motion. I've actually used this 3 times now because I've had this, been testing it for the past couple of months. I kind of figured out that the best way to do it and the way that works best for me is to apply it quite thick, but that could be because I do actually have quite a lot of like natural brow hairs. I guess if you don't have as many brow hairs, you probably don't need quite as thick a layer. I just like to apply it thick so that it really kind of gets to the skin under my brows, if that makes sense. You basically just want to apply this really thick to your brows in their kind of natural shape, or if you want to change the shape of them, I guess you could do that too, but I just kind of followed the natural shape of my brows and I tried to keep it as neat as I possibly could. If you do go outside of the lines and you don't want a little bit up here and you've gone wrong, then just take a makeup wipe or a bit of micellar water on a cotton bud and just clean up quickly around the edges. Like, it's not going to stain your skin instantly, so as long as you just like clean up quite quickly, then you're going to be absolutely fine. I know that it seems quite daunting and it does go on very, very dark, but as you will see when I peel it off, it really does not come out that dark. Like, I promise you, your eyebrows are not going to come out black because it's a little bit scary when you first put it on because it does look very intense. So when you peel it off, it just leaves behind like a tint to your skin, and it also does like tint your brow hairs a little bit as well. So then once you've applied it, you want to leave it to completely dry. It does say on the box that you can leave it for up to 2 hours, but for me personally, it only takes about an hour for it to dry, so I just wait until it's fully dried and then I peel it off. And the way that I find easiest to peel it off is if you start from the front of your brow, just kind of take your fingernails, and it's not going to rip out your brow hairs. Like, it's not super sticky, it just kind of comes off like a bit of rubber. Like, it's so weird. I think the less brow hairs you have, the easier it's going to peel off, but even for me, like with quite a lot of brow hair, it was still super easy to peel it off. You just kind of like keep going until you're all the way at the end, and then as you can see, it leaves behind a really nice tint to your brows. When you first peel it off, it kind of does give the exact shape that you've applied the product in. What I like to do if you want your brows to look a little bit more natural and not have quite like so much of a blocky shape is just on the first day, I will kind of like go over it with a little bit of micellar water and just take off the kind of like initial stain. It's completely personal preference. I know that some people like to have their brows quite bold. On the first day, I literally don't even need to fill on my brows. Like, I went out with this on yesterday after I just peeled it off, and yeah, I didn't even need to fill on my brows. I just put in a bit of clear brow gel and that was literally it. So then as you kind of like move throughout the days, it does last for up to 3 days like it says on the box, and I definitely find that for me it does definitely last 3 days. But on the 3rd day, it's not as bold as on the first day, obviously. It just gets lighter as each day goes on because you're washing your face and whatever, and I just find that it makes doing my eyebrows so much quicker. Like, today I'm on the 2nd day, and all I've done to my brows today is put a little bit of powder through them just to fill in like a few like sparse gaps, and then some clear brow gel, but it literally like cuts the time in half that it takes to do your brows. Normally, because like I said, my eyebrows are really light naturally, I have to like fully draw them like all the way in, and, you know, create the shape and everything, but just having them tinted makes it so much faster in the mornings. And also when I have no makeup on at all, I just feel like it gives a bit more like structure to my face, if you get what I mean. So yeah, it's really, really cool. It's such a cool product. Like I said, we have 3 different shades. So we've got medium brown, taupe, and then we have dark brown. So I demonstrated the shade taupe in this video. I'm just gonna put a little bit of each of the 3 shades on the back of my hand and then wait for it to dry and then peel it off, so you can kind of see the sort of tones that you can expect, and hopefully that will be helpful, because obviously I'm not going to test the other 2 shades. So yeah, that is it from me. I really hope you guys have found this video helpful and informative. I will leave the website link down below where you guys can buy these, and I just think it's a really cool product. Literally have to spend about 2 minutes doing my eyebrows, when before I would spend about 10 minutes doing my eyebrows. So if you want to give it a go, it only lasts like 3 days, so if you're scared to do this, don't worry, it's not like completely permanent. Yeah, I just think it's really cool, so if you want to give it a go, would definitely recommend.